Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Everyday English podcast, where learning English is easy and fun. I'm Anna.
And I'm Mark. It's so great to have you here with us today. We know you're busy, so thank you for choosing to spend some of your time learning English with us.
Yes, thank you. We are so happy to have you. Now, Mark, what are we talking about today? We have a very modern feeling topic.
We do. Today we're talking about a feeling that is very, very common in our world today. It's called FOMO.
FOMO. F-O-M-O. It sounds like a funny word, right? But many people talk about it. So in today's episode, we will ask, what is FOMO, and why do we sometimes feel left behind?
Exactly. We will explain this word, teach you how to say it, and give you lots of simple English phrases to talk about this feeling. This is perfect for English learners because we will use very clear language.
And it's a real word that native speakers use all the time. So let's begin.
Let's do it. Okay, first, what is FOMO? FOMO is an acronym. An acronym is a short word made from the first letters of other words. For example, USA is an acronym.
Good example. So FOMO stands for fear of missing out.
Fear of missing out. Let's break it down. Fear means you are afraid, you are scared. Missing out means other people are doing something fun or interesting and you are not there, you are not part of it.
So FOMO is the nervous or sad feeling you get when you think your friends or other people are having a better time than you or having an important experience and you are not with them. You feel like you are left behind.
Left behind, a great phrase. It means everyone is moving forward, having fun, being successful, and you are staying in the same place. You feel alone. Have you ever felt that, Anna?
Oh yes, many times. For example, last weekend. It was Saturday night, I was very tired, so I decided to stay home. I cooked a simple dinner, I read a book. It was a nice, quiet evening.
Sounds peaceful.
It was, but then I opened my phone, I opened a social media app, and I saw photos. My friends were at a big party. They were smiling, laughing, dancing. Everyone looked so happy.
Ah.
And suddenly, my quiet, nice evening felt very boring. I thought, oh no, my friends are all together. They are having fun. Why am I here alone? That feeling, that is FOMO.
Yes, perfect example. That is the classic FOMO feeling. You see other people's fun moments and you compare your life to theirs. You think their life is more exciting than my life.
But here is the important thing. On social media, people usually only show the best moments. The party looks fun, but maybe someone at the party also felt tired. Maybe someone had an argument. We don't see that part. We only see the happy photos.
That is a very, very important point. Social media is like a highlight film. It's only the best parts. It is not the whole real story. So FOMO often starts when we look at our phones.
Absolutely. Now, let's learn some simple English sentences to talk about FOMO. These are sentences you can use. First, just saying how you feel.
You can say, I have FOMO. It's very simple. For example, if your friends are talking about a movie they all saw, you can say, I have FOMO. I want to see that movie too.
You can also say, I'm feeling left out. Left out is similar to left behind. It means you are not included. You are outside of the group. They didn't invite me to the dinner. I feel a bit left out.
Another good one, I don't want to miss out. This is what you say before something happens. For example, there's a concert next week. I should buy a ticket because I don't want to miss out.
And sometimes we can ask other people, are you having FOMO? Or do you feel left out? It's a kind question to check on a friend.
Let's practice with a short conversation. Imagine two coworkers, Ben and Lisa, talking on a Monday morning.
Hi, Ben. How was your weekend?
It was good, thanks. I just stayed home, cleaned my apartment, watched TV. It was relaxing. How about you?
Oh, it was great. A big group of us from the office went to the new beach restaurant on Saturday. We had dinner, watched the sunset. It was so beautiful. We posted lots of pictures.
Oh, wow. That sounds amazing.
You sound sad. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I guess I have a little FOMO now. Your weekend sounds much more exciting than mine.
Aw, don't feel left out. We'll invite you next time, I promise. Your weekend sounded peaceful, though. Sometimes that's just what we need.
See? A very natural talk. Ben says, I have a little FOMO, and Lisa notices his feeling and says, don't feel left out.
Now, FOMO doesn't only happen with parties. It can happen with many things. Let's talk about another situation, shopping and having new things.
Yes, this is a big one. You see an advertisement for the newest smartphone. Everyone is talking about it. Your old phone works perfectly, but you start to think, I need the new one. Everyone will have it.
If I don't get it, I will be left behind. I won't understand the new features. That's FOMO too, the fear of missing out on new technology, new fashion, new things.
What are some phrases for this? Maybe, everyone has one except me, or I need to get it before it's too late. The feeling of urgency, I must do it now.
Let's move to another common situation, travel. You see photos of your friends visiting beautiful, faraway countries. You see pictures of mountains, beaches, famous cities.
And you are sitting in your living room. You think, my life is not exciting, their life is an adventure. I am missing out on seeing the world.
It's a powerful feeling. But again, remember, the travel photo is one perfect moment. It doesn't show the long, tiring flight, the lost luggage, or the rainy day they spent inside the hotel.
So true. Now, we've talked about what FOMO is and where it happens, but what can we do about it? Let's share some tips and talk about common mistakes in thinking.
Tip number 1, and this is the most important. Be aware of the feeling. When you feel sad or nervous looking at your phone, stop for a moment. Ask yourself, is this FOMO? Just naming the feeling can help. Oh, this is FOMO. This is not real life. This is a feeling.
Tip number 2, practice gratitude. Gratitude means saying thank you for what you have. Instead of thinking, I'm missing that party, think, I am grateful for my quiet evening. My body needed rest. Say it in simple English. I am thankful for my warm home. I am happy I have good food to eat.
I love that. It changes your thinking. Tip number 3, limit your social media time. Maybe only check it once a day, or don't check it when you are feeling tired or alone. That's when FOMO is strongest.
Now, a common mistake. Many English learners, and everyone really, sometimes confuse FOMO with a real desire. How do you know the difference?
Good question. A real desire comes from inside you. You think, I love painting. I want to take an art class. That is a true interest. FOMO comes from outside. You think, everyone is taking an art class, so I should too. It's about following others, not following your heart.
So ask yourself, do I really want this or do I just not want to be left out? Simple English question, but very powerful.
Let's do one more example conversation. This one is about making a choice. Imagine 2 sisters, Maya and Chloe.
Chloe, do you want to go to the big music festival this weekend? All of our friends are going. Tickets are almost sold out.
A big festival, thousands of people, loud music. I'm not sure. It sounds a bit stressful for me.
But you'll have FOMO if you don't go. Everyone will be talking about it on Monday.
Maybe, but if I go, I might just feel tired and overwhelmed. I think my real desire is to have a small barbecue with you and a few friends in our garden. That sounds like real happiness to me.
You know what? That sounds actually perfect. Let's do that instead. Forget the FOMO.
See, Chloe knows herself. She knows a big festival is not her real desire, it's just FOMO, and she suggests a better plan.
Wonderful. Now let's take a little break, practice, and recap the key phrases we learned today.
Okay, listeners, it's practice time. We will say a phrase slowly, and then you can repeat after us. Just try it, it's fun.
First phrase, I have FOMO. I have FOMO. Your turn.
Next, I feel left out. I feel left out.
Don't feel left out. A nice thing to say to a friend.
I don't want to miss out. I don't want to miss out.
And a question. Do you have FOMO? Do you have FOMO?
Great job. Keep practicing those. They are so useful. Now let's do a quick recap of everything. Today we learned that FOMO means fear of missing out.
It's that worried feeling when you see other people doing something fun or important without you. You feel left behind or left out.
It often happens when we look at social media, see people with new things, or see friends traveling.
In order to fight FOMO, we can 1. Name the feeling. 2. Practice gratitude. 3. Limit social media and ask, do I really want this or is it just FOMO?
Perfect summary, Mark. Learning about FOMO isn't just about English. It's about taking care of your mind and your happiness. And talking about feelings is a very important part of language.
It really is. We hope you feel more comfortable now using this word and these phrases. Remember, everyone feels FOMO sometimes, even Anna and me.
Especially us. Okay, we are near the end of our show. Thank you so much for listening to the Everyday English Podcast.
If you like this episode, please help us grow. You can subscribe to our channel so you never miss an episode.
You can also like this video. It helps other learners find us. And we would love to read your comments. Tell us, do you sometimes feel FOMO? How do you say FOMO in your language?
We read every comment and love connecting with you. Your English journey is important to us.
And remember our most important advice. Keep practicing your English every day, even just 5 minutes. You are doing amazing.
Thank you for your time today. Be kind to yourself. Don't let FOMO steal your joy. Enjoy your own life, your own journey.
We'll see you next time. Bye for now.
Goodbye.